UFOs exist. The U.S. government found quite a number of them, and they are indeed of non-human origin. Those are the explosive allegations from a former intelligence officer tonight in a whistleblower complaint that the Inspector General is taking very seriously.
What's up, everybody? They are among us. They're here. The alien stories, it's real. Stranger things could happen. E.T. probably came and left. I'm telling you, I don't know. I seriously don't know. But there's a whistleblower complaint. There's somebody who's saying, hey, we found some stuff that the government isn't telling us. Do you believe in aliens? I kind of do, right? In the sense that to think that I would be the only intelligent life form in this giant thing that I didn't create, that was already here when I got here. Like, I didn't create the trees. I didn't create the plants. I didn't create any of that stuff. Like, none of that stuff was created by me, right? Like, it was just here. Would I be arrogant enough to think that it couldn't happen somewhere else? That we're the only, like, it just feels too, it's just hard to believe that we would be the only intelligent life in this solar system, maybe not even in this solar system, right? But yeah, that's my interesting, non-interesting take on, do aliens exist? I think so. But let's see what this whistleblower has to say. All right.
UFOs exist. The U.S. government found quite a number of them, and they are indeed of non-human origin. Those are the explosive allegations from a former intelligence officer tonight in a whistleblower complaint that the Inspector General is taking very seriously. 36-year-old Air Force veteran David Grush is exposing what he calls a top...
My problem, though, is always like, yo, why is the footage always trash? Like, why we can't get, like, bro, all the 4K TVs, satellites, 8K, we could find a gnat on a rhinoceros booty from 300 kilometers away. We'll see that thing, and I don't know, can we get whatever the Discovery Channel be having? Whatever David Attenborough has, like whatever the Discovery guys have, we need to get those cameras, because I seen them go into the jungle and they zoomed in so far you could see the hair on the gnat's booty. But we get, look at this. What is that? It's like a blackhead.
Seriously. 36-year-old Air Force veteran David Grush is exposing what he calls a top secret military program that has reportedly found wreckage of fully intact UFOs. The government now calls them UAPs, or unidentified anomalous phenomena.
Unidentified anonymous phenomenon. They just try to make that shit sound more complicated. It's UFO, unidentified flying objects. Y'all tripping. What's wrong with the government? They try to change it up on y'all so that they can call it something else. They can talk about it without us knowing. They try to secret, because ain't nobody made an announcement that we just changed UFO to UAP or UEF, whatever the hell they just said. Where does he change it to?
These are unidentified anomalous phenomena.
UAPs. Ain't nobody. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't try to change it on us. We've been calling it UFO for so long. Don't try to change it up on us. Leave it the same. I'm calling it UFO. If somebody say UAP, I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? Somebody say UFO? Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about. UFO, flying saucers, everything. Y'all know what you're talking about.
For years, there have been whispers and rumors that the government had aircraft of non-human origin. This report is the first evidence it might be true. The Inspector General has called Grush's complaint urgent and credible. Tonight, we have a world television exclusive interview with the whistleblower in which he claims we not only have the aircraft, but the government has been keeping much of its secret from Congress and from the...
Okay, that just looks like a plane though. It just looks like it looks like a plane. It looks like the wing of a plane, but I don't know. But what would this light be then? Oh, it could be somebody's drone. What footage? Like what? This footage never good. It's always this. It's the same with the freaking, you know, Loch Ness and, you know, the Bigfoots. It's like, yo, all the cameras people take in the woods, all the stuff. Now one of y'all got this dude in 4K taking a dookie. Come on.
The public. News Nation senior national correspondent Brian Enton is here with the story, and this is a blockbuster.
It is a blockbuster. It's really hard to wrap your mind around this. I've been working on this for the past couple of weeks. I'm still having a hard time processing all of it. Over the last couple of years, it sort of became mainstream to discuss UFOs. The government has released videos. They've acknowledged that we don't know what some of this stuff is out there that we have on camera, but this really takes it all to another level. For the very first time, the world is about to hear from a former high-level U.S. intelligence officer who says the government has some of the unidentified craft in its possession. He is revealing these exclusive details about the secret government program.
Okay, though, but on a serious note, like, what would that, like, if we actually have evidence and we have crafts that come from another planet, like, what, that literally changes everything for us, right? Like, in the sense that, like, we can no longer go through our existence the same way. I don't think people will grasp what that means, right? If we find out that there are not only other beings in a place that they can reach us, but right now we just can't reach them, I think the entire planet would be like, yo, we need to dedicate every resource. Okay, this is my hope, is that our planet would be like, yo, we need to dedicate every resource to figure out where they are, how to get to them, and what we need to do. Do we need to, like, set up our defenses? Like, if they can be here already, does that mean there's no defense? Like, there's so many, like, implications of the fact that if this is true, if any of this is even, like, remotely true, then our world, our existence as we know it, could be forever altered, right? Like, we could be on the precipice of something that could change not only our existence, but our future civilization and how we interact with space. This is crazy. This is if this is true, this is crazy. And as usual, I'm a skeptic. I'm a huge skeptic, but this one is a little, like, the more, like, they present this, you know, in my heart, it's like, ooh, okay, what y'all talking about? Because at first I came in a little, like, I will say I was like 99.9% skeptical. I'm down to like 95. Right, I'm a solid 95% skeptical of the stuff that I'm hearing right now. Let's listen and see how far I go.
We're all going against the wind. The wind's 120 knots from the west. Oh my gosh, dude. Wow.
We have all seen these blurry videos of unidentified flying objects. Video evidence, if you will, that old tales of UFOs may not all be conspiracy
Which is
theories.
what I said.
In recent years, Congress starting an official U.S. government unidentified aerial phenomena task force, recently renamed the All-Domain Anomaly Resolution Office, or AARO. And now...
Wait, what? The government be doing... Why can't y'all just call it the UFO project? Like, what's wrong with y'all? Like, what are you trying to confuse the aliens? Like, they know what you're, like, what are you doing? Come on. Establishment of All Domain Anomaly Resolution Office. The ADARO. ADARO is the acronym of this new division of the...
or AARO. And now in a News Nation exclusive, David Grush, an Air Force veteran, former member of that task force, and veteran of the National Geospatial Intelligence Agency, is formally blowing the whistle on secrets he says no one has ever shared publicly before.
You are one of the most trusted former intelligence officials in the US defense and intelligence establishment.
Yes, I was.
You were trusted with the most intimate secrets.
Yes.
Grush sitting down with award-winning investigative journalist Ross Coulthart, who's reporting for News Nation and has spent years reporting on the UFO question.
What conclusion did you come to at the end of your time on the UAP task force?
The UAP task force was refused access to a broad crash retrieval program.
When you say crash retrieval, what do you mean?
These are retrieving non-human origin technical vehicles, call it spacecraft if you will, non-human, exotic origin vehicles that have either landed or crashed.
We have spacecraft from another species.
We do, yeah.
How many?
Quite a number.
You're kidding.
No. I thought it was totally...
Wait, what? Wait, what?
Spacecraft from another species.
We do, yeah.
How many?
Quite a number.
You're kidding.
No.
Okay, what's quite a number though? Like, quite a number to me is like 30, 40, 50. We've got a battalion, right? That's quite a number of spaceships that we have that we ain't did nothing with. But if it's like 3, all right, I guess that's quite a number.
I thought it was totally nuts, and I thought at first I was being deceived. It was a ruse. People started confiding in me. They approached me. I have plenty of current and former senior intelligence officers that came to me, many of which I knew almost my whole career, that confided in me. They were a part of a program. They named the program. I've never heard of it. And they told me, based on their oral testimony, and they provided me documents and other proof, that there was, in fact, a program that the UAP task force was not read into.
Grush alleges the U.S. government has recovered non-human craft for decades. He's filed a whistleblower complaint saying he gave what he calls the classified proof to Congress and the intelligence community inspector general. News Nation has confirmed David Grush's credentials and resume. We've not seen or verified the alleged proof he says he's provided to investigators. He says he can't show us the proof for national security reasons. He also tells us he's not seen photos of the alleged craft himself, but has talked extensively with other intelligence officials who have.
Okay.
If you're right, if you're telling us the truth, everyone, the entire American public, has been lied to for decades.
Yeah, there's...
Oh my God, that's what you're focused on. You're not focused on the fact that there's literally, if this is correct, our civilization could possibly be on the edge of changing, right? Of another metamorphosis. No. The American people were lied to. That's your big outcome from this. What's wrong with people? What's wrong with people? This guy just said, hey, human beings, there could be aliens on this planet. Reporter goes,
truth. Everyone, the entire American public, has been lied to for decades.
Yeah, there's a sophisticated disinformation campaign targeting the U.S. populace, which is extremely unethical and immoral.
You are saying to the human race, for the first time, an official intelligence representative at a high level from the US government is saying publicly, we are not alone.
We're definitely not alone. Absolutely, the data points empirically that we're not alone, yeah.
Okay. Let me go full so I can spit right quick. The reason that this is really interesting is because, right, like he said, this guy's a high level official. But my only reservation has always been, unless it's like an account that's firsthand, because what he's saying is people told him that UFOs exist. He hasn't seen the pictures. Like if I rewind it back, he goes, they say he hasn't seen the pictures. He hasn't seen the pictures of the UFOs or seen the UFOs himself. So these are all secondhand and third-hand testimonies that he's talking about. The thing is, because his colleagues, I guess, are in the same field, right? If they're saying they saw it, right? Well, if they came out, I think I'd be more apt to go with the believing it. Right now, I think it would break my brain to perceive and to accept that not only are we not alone, they're here. They've been here for what feels like forever. We honestly don't know how long they've been here. We might be them. There's just so many things that it's I don't want to say, I can't say crazy anymore, because the more time passes, the more information like this comes out, and I'm such a skeptical person that even it's still hard for me to believe this, but it's like one of those things where like my mind is trying to fight it. It's like, okay, they're here. This guy's saying that the ships are here. We have a bunch of them already. It's hard. It's hard. Like, let me know what you guys think. Like, do you really think that they're here? Right? Like, and how long do you think they've been here? Because that's another crazy notion, right? To think that, hey, aliens have been here. You might have been going to school with an alien. You don't even know. Your Uber driver might have been an alien. You might have been living in Men in Black the whole time. Will Smith is actually a real agent. We don't know. What reality do we live in? It's one of those things that it's going to forever keep changing the way we look at each other, the way we look at who we are, what we are, and our place in the grand scheme of things. Like, what is our place? Like, if they're here, then what are we? Right? Like, are they escaping their planet? Like, what there's just so many questions, like that's my thing. It's like, I just have so many questions, as many people probably do. But let's see more of what this guy has to say, the whistleblower, and we'll wrap it up. But if this is true, ooh, this is tough. This is a tough one.
Do we have bodies? Do we have species of
Well,
non-human?
naturally, when you recover something that's either landed or crashed, sometimes you encounter dead pilots. And believe it or not, as fantastical as that sounds, it's true.
It's also harder for people to wrap their minds around the concept of a crashed object from somewhere else. It's easier to accept that, yeah, we see things in the sky that we can't explain.
Journalist Leslie Kane broke Rush's whistleblower story this morning in the debrief. Miss Kane's career has been mainstream and credible, having written a series of reports on UFOs in the New York Times dating back to 2017. He has the credentials.
So we've recovered the ship, and we've also recovered pilots. We've also recovered pilots. So we have aliens on here. Have we dissected them? Do we know what their anatomy? What's their physiology? Was it our oxygen that killed them? Could they not survive the atmospheric pressure? Like, what killed them? Was it some sort of disease from our atmosphere? Could they not like, why can't they survive? Why, or are those just the few that didn't make it and the rest of them have assimilated? This is crazy. And you know, I hope you guys find this as interesting as I do. If you don't, I apologize. That this is, you know, if you don't like it, there's other videos that you can watch on the channel. But this is kind of interesting to me, you know, and man, I wish there's, you know, in times like this is when you need a smart person like Neil deGrasse Tyson. Like this is when I'm like, I wish I had like Neil deGrasse Tyson on speed dial or something. Just like, hey, bro, can you give me the skinny on what's going on with these alien dudes and stuff? Can we, you know, like, what did they tell you about Area 51? Is that a place we can hit up right quick fast? You know, so I think this is super, super interesting. Let's see what this lady's got to say.
But there's no
Oh man, you know, all those like UFO, like those conspiracy theorists right now having a field day. And I'm never in those chats, but like I can only imagine. Oh man, they thought we were crazy. Look who's right now. It's like the preppers, you know, the doomsday preppers. Like the one time, don't let no disaster happen one time. Your world is gonna be turned upside down. You ain't never gonna hear the end of it. Don't let the power go out one time and he got his generator ready. Wow, this is crazy. This is how I cope with understanding and finding out that there's a chance that, like, yo, E.T. came and dipped. It was a documentary. We didn't even know it. Man.
documents that he's handed over. There's no pictures. And as a journalist, you want to see documents. You want to see pictures. Does that raise a red flag?
Not at all, Brian. I mean, you mean documents that actually describe the craft?
Correct, yeah, like government documents, or to be able to see it for ourselves.
Of course, don't we all want that? And the problem with that is all of that information is classified. You know, as we said in the story, everything that Grush told Congress and told the Inspector General of both the IC, the Intelligence Community Inspector General, and the Department of Defense Inspector General, all of that information is classified.
In 2017, Kane reported exclusively in the New York Times that the Pentagon had a secret UFO program. 3 years later, the Pentagon confirmed her story. Her latest report is even more explosive, but Kane says she has multiple sources who back up Grush's story.
I believe it because of all the sources I have who have told me the same thing. So who am I to doubt these very, very high-level people who have been inside these programs for decades, have done their work, and are all telling me the same thing? I mean, I don't think there's some kind of conspiracy among all these people who don't know each other to make something like this up.
So I've got to be blunt about this. You're not making this up. This is not a lie.
No, absolutely not.
Because everybody watching this right now is looking at your face. They're going, is this guy for real?
I am for real. And I'm sitting here at great personal risk and obvious professional risk by talking to you today.
And just within the last 10 minutes or so, the Pentagon has released a statement to News Nation about this report. They say to date, Arrow.
All right, let's read this. The Pentagon's response to what this whistleblower has said. The statement reads, to date, Arrow, I messed up the acronym. I was like, Adaro. Why would you name it Adaro? It's Arrow. Arrow has not discovered any verifiable information to substantiate claims that any programs regarding the possession or reverse engineering of extraterrestrial materials have existed in the past or exist currently. Arrow is committed to following the data and its investigation wherever it leads. Arrow, working with the Office of the General Counsel and the Air Force Office of Special Investigations, has established a safe and secure process for individuals to come forward with information to aid Arrow in its congressionally mandated historical review. All right. Sounds like a lot of stuff to say, oh, we don't know what bro's talking about. But if bro's got info, He should come in and give it to us. Really? That's what y'all want? You want him to come in and give you the info that you already have? It's you know, I want to believe them, but I've been known to be very suspicious of the government. No, I'm joking. I do find it interesting. I do find it interesting that the Pentagon responded, right? Like usually they're like, oh, it's just rumor. It's, you know, because all these years, like rumors like this have been like going crazy, right? Like it's not like we haven't had UFO sightings and UFO reportings before, but this is like one of the few, you know, times when I remember the Pentagon actually issuing out a response. Not only just they're issuing out a response to News Nation, right? Like they're responding to them. So they must have caught their ear, and they've, you know, they feel a little more about this than maybe I'm reading too much into it. Isn't that how conspiracy theorists work though? Every little thing is a conspiracy. Even the lack of conspiracy is a conspiracy. All right, let's continue.
Has not discovered
All
before.
right. Okay, so the last part of the statement reads, review of records and testimonies is ongoing and due to Congress by June 2024. ARROW welcomes the opportunity to speak with any former or current government employee or contractor who believes they have information relevant to the historical review. All right, more jargon. All right, so, yeah, I mean, could aliens exist? I believe so. Do they exist? I don't know. But I feel like every year we get closer to getting those answers. Every year that one of these guys comes out, a little trickle of information here, a little trickle of information there, and we get closer to getting the answers to these questions. And when it does happen, it's going to open up a can of worms, but I think it's something that hopefully, if we aren't fearful of as a human race, we can come together, we can solve it. Like, the thing about the human race is we've been very resilient from the beginning. We're a very bad trash on this planet, like, and we refuse to go away. Like, the planet has tried to off us several times. Trust me. It's not for a lack of trying. The planet has tried to get rid of us like several times. It'll flood, it'll earthquake, it'll say, here's a volcano. Y'all don't listen. Y'all ain't trying to dip, huh? All right. Y'all trying to stay? All right. Tsunami. You know, like hurricane. Yeah. Thunderstorm. Yeah. You know, it's the planet does its thing, but we are very resilient. And I believe that when any kind of threat, existential or foreign or outer spatial, you know, I think that we can always figure it out. We can always survive. We are very, very, very resilient beings. We're very not ingenious. It's like the MacGyver thing. We're very creative, right? We're plucky. We're plucky species, right? We didn't rise to the top of this planet accidentally, unless it was the aliens helping us the whole time, and we kept stumbling up along the way. And all they had to do, they just kept like pushing us forward, even though we were pretty much really dumb at it. What if that's what happened? What if like all the advancements like humans think we made, like we're like, yes, it's all aliens. What if all like everything we know is just like fake, and all the best stars, the reason that they're popular, everything is they're all just aliens. That's what it is. They're just all aliens. Michael Jordan, alien. I'm doing it. That's gonna be the new thing. I'm gonna start accusing people of, instead of being immigrants, you're an alien. I know it. I'm gonna need my my Men in Black glasses, my shades. so I can know where the aliens are. Watch this. Oh yeah. Just like that, I can see who the aliens are. It's your boy Ty, bringing you the best in UFO news. And I'm out. Cue the music already.